Hello and welcome to another Cliff Reviews Art House. This time I'm reviewing the film The Iron Claw, directed by Durkin. I enjoyed this film. It's a really entertaining watch. I liked how it balanced some great wrestling action with a weighty family drama. It never allowed itself to become like a Rocky film. The family element was always the main focus. So if you came to it expecting a great wrestling film, I think you might be a bit disappointed. It always fell slightly short of showing us the full-on wrestling action. But this did keep the focus on the family, which I think is the intention of the film. The Iron Claw is literally the family wrestling move. But the metaphor stands for something much bigger than that in terms of the father's influence on the family. And the film is really well structured around these ideas. This is a film with great acting. Zac Efron is amazing. I associate him with things that my daughter used to watch when she was a teenager. I didn't realise that he's a serious actor. He is. It's a really compelling performance. Also, I've seen Harris Dickinson, the blonde brother David, in 2 other films recently. He's so different in this. He's an amazing actor too. I love the aesthetic of the film, the hairstyles, the tan skin, the muscles. It just looked so good. The film has interesting themes: dysfunction in an apparently functioning family, toxic masculinity, parenting. This is a family that thinks it's really close. However, there's virtually no emotional support provided to anyone. The sons and the mother are all in a straitjacket, with an abusive father who's compensating for his own failures, parenting through shaming and conditional love. So, my review is all very positive so far. However, I did have a few issues with the film. Firstly, if this story wasn't true, it would be ridiculous. It's the most unbelievable story. Of course, it is true, so the fact it's unbelievable isn't a problem in itself, but I still found it just a little bit too much. It's such a sad story, and I'm not sure why you would want to make a film that dwelled so much in it. I guess the reason is that you want to highlight how destructive this kind of family dynamic can be. It's a pretty depressing film, really. Another reservation was that my emotional response to the film was muted by the fact that all feelings in the film are locked in a straitjacket in the Iron Claw. This made the film feel emotionally shallow to me. The small exceptions to this are when the brothers are together, especially the scene where the 4 of them have a big hug early on. Also the last scene with the boys in his garden. However, I found this last scene a bit too sentimental and over the top. It seemed a bit too simplistic as an ending. I didn't really think this was necessary. After being so sparing with the emotion, it just laid it on too thick in this kind of clunky ending. Final point, I thought the text at the end of the film saying that they're considered one of the best wrestling families was misjudged. It felt to me like it was presenting it as a positive thing that they were so highly regarded. But after what we saw, how could we take any pleasure from that? Was it supposed to be ironic? It didn't feel so to me. I felt slightly uncomfortable with glorifying the family as wrestlers because the success was down to the dad and his methods. But he was brutal and abusive. He was the curse. So it kind of devalues the achievements of the family. Perhaps this is an over-negative interpretation of the film. Maybe it is possible in one film to appreciate their wrestling achievements while acknowledging the brutal regime within which they all live. Overall, none of these reservations stop me from recommending this film. Definitely one worth watching. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.